Nick stood alone under the blazing lights of the Galactic Council chamber, battered armor scratched by claws and plasma burns. Moments ago, the arena shook with cheers as he brought down the Dravok war beast, an unstoppable titan bred to break armies. Yet the humans still breathed, still stood. Across the chamber, the counselors muttered in disbelief. Humans were supposed to be frail, breakable, useful only for trade or servitude. And yet this one had just proven them wrong. The High Counselor, a towering insectoid, clicked his mandibles in what passed for admiration. "Human Nick," he intoned, "by arena law, you have earned a reward. Choose one of the royal daughters. She will serve you by bond, by title, by future heirs." 2 alien princesses were brought forward, tall, elegant, beautiful in ways shaped by galaxies far from Earth. One possessed silver skin that shimmered like starlight. The other had wings of translucent blue, folded shyly at her back. Both watched Nick, waiting. One would become his property. Nick swallowed. In the stands, thousands of alien nobles leaned forward to witness humanity's choice. A primitive species giving power entertainment at its finest. But Nick's eyes drifted past the princesses. Gloria was there, behind a force field cage. A human like him. A mechanic. A nobody. She had been captured with him when their supply ship strayed too close to forbidden space. They forced her to watch the arena battles, assuming humans cared only for glory and reward. Her gaze met his, bloodshot, terrified, hoping without daring to hope. Nick's fists tightened. Counselor raised his voice. "Well, choose your prize." Nick inhaled slowly. His ribs screamed from cracked bone, but his voice came out steady. "I choose neither." The chamber fell silent. The silver-skinned princess blinked, confused. The winged one drew back, offended. Murmurs rippled through the gallery. Had the human hit his head too hard? "You will choose," the counselor insisted. "It is custom." Nick pointed directly at Gloria. "My reward is her freedom. And mine." "We go home." Laughter erupted. 1,000 nobles, cackling at the absurdity. The counselor's mandibles clicked irritably. "Humans misunderstand their place," he hissed. "You won rights to a female of status, not trash from your own species." Nick didn't flinch. "She's not trash. That's my friend." The word friend carried weight. Gloria felt a warmth blossom in her chest, despite the fear. The High Counselor's eyes narrowed. One last chance. Nick reached up and ripped the data collar from his neck in a sudden jerk. Pain lanced through him as the failsafe burned his skin, but he tore it free and threw it to the floor. "You said I earned a reward," he said. "I'll never pick slavery." Something ancient stirred in the watching crowd. A whisper that humans were dangerous, not because of their strength, but because of their choices. The counselor slapped a command panel. Guards surged forward, massive reptilian brutes with shock bikes. Nick spread his stance, ready to fight again, even though exhaustion threatened to drop him. Before he could swing, a force field shattered. Gloria had broken free. She held a fallen guard's weapon awkwardly, but with fierce determination. "Nick!" she shouted. "Left!" Together they moved like a unit, forged long before captivity. Nick blocked a strike. Gloria jabbed the attacker in the throat. A second guard lunged. Nick twisted, using the alien's weight to flip him into the electrified arena barrier. Screams echoed. The crowd gasped. This wasn't entertainment anymore. This was rebellion. Gloria tossed Nick his combat knife, small, old-fashioned steel, useless to most species. The council laughed at it when he first entered the arena. Now that same steel cut through, armored joints like butter designed for flesh, not shields. "This way." Gloria pointed toward a maintenance corridor she'd memorized while trapped. They ran, limping, panting, alive. Sirens wailed. Drones dropped from the ceiling, firing stun bolts. Gloria stumbled. Nick grabbed her arm, hauling her behind cover. You okay? He asked. She nodded. Never leaving you behind. He grinned despite the chaos. Guess that makes us even? They burst through locked doors, alarms screeching. Ahead a hangar bay. And there, among alien crafts, their ship, scavenged, half dismantled, but familiar. Gloria sprinted to the controls, fingers flying. Nick held off pursuing guards, knife flashing in the red emergency lights. Engines roared to life barely. The hangar blast doors stayed sealed. Footsteps thundered behind. Dozens of soldiers closed in. Gloria slammed her palm on the console. We don't have time. Nick looked at her. Really looked. She was bruised, shaking, but unbroken. Stronger than anyone here realized. You trust me? He asked, with everything. Nick nodded, turned and ran straight at the guards. Nick! Gloria screamed. He sprinted through stun fire, barreling into the armored horde. A roar tore from his throat, pure human defiance. He fought not to win, but to buy seconds. Gloria's tears blurred the console. She scanned controls frantically there. Atmospheric release. Not meant for escape, but... She slammed the switch. The hangar decompressed with a violent howl. Soldiers, crates, and debris launched backward as space tore at the air. Nick clung to a railing, boots skidding. Gloria yanked him inside at the last moment, slapping the hatch control. Boom dash sealed. The ship lurched upward, engines screaming, forcing its way through retracting doors. Plasma bolts chased them into the void, but stars swallowed them instead. Silence. Then, laughter shaky and disbelieving from both. Nick collapsed into the co-pilot's seat. We made it. Gloria punched his arm lightly. Next time they offer you 2 alien princesses, maybe take the easy way out? He smirked. Not interested. Already found the person I'd fight a whole empire for. Her cheeks flushed. Oh. Nick tried to sit straighter but winced. You okay with that? Gloria reached over, gently adjusting his bandaged ribs. Yeah, I am. Hours later, far from the Council's reach, a transmission crackled from Earth Command. Astonishment and pride flooding through the channel. You too. You stood up to the Galactic Council? The commander asked. Nick looked to Gloria. She nodded. Double quotes. No, he said. We stood up for each other? That was the moment Earth realized what the galaxy had just learned. Humans don't win because they're strongest. Humans win because they refuse to let one another fall. Humanity had been underestimated for the last time. HFY.